Happy holidays, you whoos. You're listening to the Collective Gamescast, the gaming podcast that gives you a voice. This is episode 15, Christmas and Gaming. I'm your host who loves to give rather than receive, the Malgadar. With me as always is the man who can fit in your chimney, Chris.
What's up?
And joining us tonight, he's a wet bandit, Matt.
Heyo.
What does that mean?
That's a Home Alone reference. God damn you! As always, you can join us typically in the Google Hangout on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. This week, not so much because Christmas is Friday night and I got to do stuff with the kids. So we're doing a special Wednesday episode, making sure you guys get your podcasting on for the week. So, if you want to be on the show or recommend topics to us, email us at collectivegamescast@gmail.com, and we will be more than happy to look at that. Alright, with all the BS out of the way, how you guys doing today?
Doing alright. How about yourself?
Wet.
Oh, yeah.
It is pouring buckets out there today.
Could be cold and wet, so I think we're okay.
That's true.
Yeah, it's cold and wet over here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, warm in Minnesota is like, what, 45? So.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Chris swears it gets up to 70 over there. I just don't buy it.
Dude, the summers are the worst, though. It gets to like 90. It's humid.
Yeah, there's nothing but friggin' lakes in that state, isn't there?
Yeah, there's like 10,000 of them, I think.
Is it 10,000? Yeah.
Dear God.
At least that's the ones I've
lakes.
counted.
Okay, well, now we've learned Matt has issues because he counted all the lakes in Minnesota.
I mean, it's a good summer road trip. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I don't know. I'd rather just count all the lakes in Skyrim, but, you know, whatever works.
The surprising thing is there's a lot of man-made lakes, too, and you're like, well, if there's, like, not too far from you another lake, why would you build one yourself? Like,
Yeah, what would be the point to...
I guess there's people that are like, oh, I don't want to swim in the lake water. And it's like, oh, okay.
That really is strange.
Yeah.
I gotta walk across the street to go to the lake. Make another one.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Alright, guys. So last week we did the Star Wars episode, right? And Star Wars dominated everything. And that's okay. But there were a few things we didn't end up getting to that I did want to talk about. So I got a couple notes on the FF7 episode from 2 weeks ago. A couple things I had thought of.
Okay.
So tell me what you think of this. One, how the hell is Kate Sith going to handle in this new battle system? And specifically what I mean by that is his slots limit break. Like, how does that work now? Thoughts?
No.
Maybe he'll just be a cheerleader.
Yeah, I can't even think about it.
Yeah, this was really, like, puzzling me. I was like, what is that fat marshmallow son of a bitch going to do? I don't know.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see where that goes.
Just completely boot him out. Yeah, sorry, guys. We couldn't figure it out, so no Kate Sith. Sorry.
You'd probably make a lot of people happy if you did that.
I think so.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
just makes an appearance and then disappears.
Okay, so you got no real thoughts on that one. I'll give you a different one. What if they decide to use this as an opportunity to change the story? And what if Eris lives?
Hmm.
Because I was thinking about this the other day. This seems like it would be the end of episode 2, right? Like episode 1 would be Midgar.
Yeah.
And episode 2 would probably be everything leading up to Eris's death. And that would probably be like your Fade to Black, to be continued, end of episode 2.
Okay.
It would seem like a logical kind of breaking point. Like, what if? Do we start, like, just setting buildings on fire? Do we clap? Like, I don't know.
I feel
I'm conflicted about where this would go.
I feel like nobody's going to be angry with that. Like, unless people are just like, you gotta stay to the story. It's like, dude, you have the game. You've played it probably multiple times. Like, they just gave you another ending to the game. Like now, if they split it up in 3 parts, and the whole third part's going to be completely different. Which, I mean, as long as it finishes the same, then what's the real big deal?
Yeah, I would not be upset about it.
I wouldn't be upset at all. I mean, I could tell you we'd go on Reddit and everyone on there would probably be upset. But I think overall, no one's going to be like, "Oh my god, the worst thing ever!" Like, dude, everyone liked this character and she died. She's now living. This is probably a good thing, right? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't see seeing it being bad.
I don't know. I'll be curious to see if they have the balls to do something like that.
What do you think? Think it'd be a bad thing?
It'd be an interesting thing. A lot would have to do with how you're gonna explain a lot of shit that happens after that.
Yeah.
But if your goal is to make kind of a definitive new version of the game, then there's definitely something to be said for that being an interesting design choice. You know, you could always say, "Oh, well, if you like the original story, play the original." You know, I don't
Maybe
know. I
just
feel like
have-
this is like a lose-lose proposition because nobody's going to be happy with anything they do with this.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. But they could give you the choice, like when you start. Let's say it's the second part of the story. When you start that, to have 2 different endings, and then depending on that, changes how the third game plays. Like,
Yeah, maybe they let you choose.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like in the beginning, maybe like original ending, alternate ending.
Oh, you're getting into the weeds there, man. Yeah. I don't know. They seem to have enough trouble just getting this thing put together, let alone advanced design options like that.
You would think, right? It'd be pretty easy just to be like, hey, so here's the original game, and then if you want, you can check out the second half of the second game, which is a different ending. Shouldn't be that difficult, right?
I suppose they're probably a little leery after the whole spiel with Mass Effect 3. Apparently people didn't like the whole getting to decide thing.
Wow, don't give me choices.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something I was thinking about.
Wait, hold on a second. There was people mad about Mass Effect 3 because you got to choose.
Well, it was a lot of people were upset because we have all these choices from 1 through 3.
Yep.
But then at the end of 3, you get 3 choices of how the game ends. And
Okay.
people were upset because it made it seem like the previous choices didn't really matter.
Yeah, it's everybody dies in an explosion, everybody dies in fire, and everybody commits suicide. So, yeah, see why everybody is bad. You know.
Okay, I see how that works.
Okay, well here you go. So that's it for my FF7 stuff. Here's the other thing I wanted to bring up, and I wanted to talk about this last week, but Star Wars. So, Call of Duty has their new exclusive deal with PlayStation on the console side. All right.
Yep.
Now the numbers came out for November, and Call of Duty outsells PS4 on the Xbox One, and it also outsells the PS3 on Xbox 360. So Activision and Sony put all this weight behind trying to push Call of Duty now on the PlayStation front, and it's still outselling them on the Xbox front. So
Crazy.
I got 4 questions attached to this. My first one is, where does this leave Sony?
See, I thought when I first heard this, I figured they would just end up. Well, Sony, I don't really think it affects Sony that much because they never had a huge share in Call of Duty. So it's not like they lost anything from that unless they paid a lot of money to get the exclusive rights. Then it's kind of a waste. But yeah, I don't think it hurts them that much unless that was the deal. Like, is it a full-on contract deal where they have to deal with this game that doesn't sell that much on their consoles for like 3 more years, or is it just like all right, yeah, we'll put our logo up when you do your game, we'll let you release it on our system first. You know what I mean? I don't think it changes them that much unless they paid a lot of money.
Interesting.
Yep.
Matt, any thoughts?
I was thinking it might tell them a little bit more of their demographic. Like maybe there's just more 14-year-olds that have Xboxes, or
Oh, that hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It seems that's the key there.
I don't know. Part of me just wonders if, right, if you were playing Call of Duty on the Xbox 360 last gen,
Yep.
which is where it was most popular, and then this coming into this gen, you just move right to Xbox One
Yep.
because you figure that's where it's all going to stay, and then the whole fucking game flips on its head and Sony ends up on top, you know. And I mean, if you were on Xbox and you stayed on Xbox and all your friends are on Xbox and that's where all you play Call of Duty, I don't know. I guess what it says is you can't get people to jump systems for one game. You can get them to switch systems for multiple games, but not for just one.
Yep.
hmm
So I think this leaves Sony in a bad spot right now. Now, it was only the first year of this partnership, so maybe it was already too late for this year by the time the messaging got out. So maybe it needs time to kind of permeate into the public. Maybe next year's better, but if it was a one-year deal, there might not be next year. If it was a multi-year deal, then, which I think it was, because it's something I'm going to bring up in a little bit, then next year becomes really important because they lose again, then it hurts a lot. All right. So the second question: where does this leave Activision?
I think they're in the same position that they were in before, except they've already got the money from Sony, right? And now they also have the potential to increase sales because Sony has a huge market. There's a lot of consoles out there. There's a lot of PlayStation 4s. They can increase that. They already got their base in Xbox. Now they can just start working on PlayStation and Sony. So I think they're in the best position out of all of this.
Well, that is an interesting point, right? Because if you have this big install base on the Xbox side, there's twice as many PS4s out there right now. So if you can grow, like if you wanted to grow the brand, then the PlayStation is where to do it because you got so many more systems and you're not really selling as many units over on that side.
Yep.
So that definitely is where there's the most room to grow. So if they wanted to just stay the course and say, well, hey, it sells great on Xbox, even if we don't support it as much on that side, they might have something to just stay with Sony.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Activision's just a big winner in this. They got money for the deal with Sony, you know, and they still had better sales than last year. So, you know, while everybody was saying they were trending down, they came right back up. So, there. I think Activision wins big on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, here's one I'll ask you, and this could have a lot to do with your particular play times. Let me just open with a leading question. Have you used both a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One controller?
No.
Yes.
Okay. So, Chris, you shut the fuck up, because you got no leg to stand on. No. Okay, but Matt, your insights here will be a lot more prudent to this. Is it the controller's fault?
The controller's fault?
Yeah, like, I know that sounds ridiculous, right? But we are talking about a shooter, and we're talking about a very competitive shooter at that, and people take their controller seriously about these things. So, did people stay on the Xbox because they prefer the Xbox One controller to the PS4 controller for a shooting game?
I don't know, because I personally think both work well. I have no problems with either of them. Now, whether or not that's because I have giant hands, I don't know.
Yes.
Like, you liked the original Xbox controller, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, this fits perfect!
Finally, I don't have to squeeze my fingers together.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. The PS4 controller, I'll say this, is far better than the PS3 controller for a shooting game because it actually has real triggers now that aren't shitty. But having said that, the Xbox controller triggers are so much better. Having said that, the Xbox One controller sucks compared to the Xbox 360 controller.
I was going to say something about that.
Yeah, I don't know why they messed with it because it was so fine the way it was, and they just had to go, oh, let's tinker, oh, let's mess with it. Like 360 controller was brilliant, and
It was,
they should,
it was perfect.
they should have just left it alone.
I played Call of Duty on 360 and PS3, and I preferred the Xbox. Well, I prefer the Xbox controller over all controllers anyway. It just fits so nicely in my hand, and the triggers are so nice, and it just seemed like it worked. It just worked. That's how it works. And PS3, I didn't really like it too much, so I can't really say that the controller really has anything to do with it though. I just think it's the user base.
Yeah, it would seem that. I don't know. I wonder if there were people who wouldn't make the jump though because they didn't want to play on a different controller. I don't know. All right.
The way I feel about
and then you want to tell us, let us know because I'm curious.
this might be a little negative, but the way I feel about like Call of Duty players now, like when it was coming out, it was a fun game and it was huge, and I feel like the user base now is kind of they're the brand loyalty type of people. Like, well, if I buy an Xbox, I might as well just keep buying an Xbox. Like the people's like, well, if I buy a Sony TV, I might as well just keep buying the Sony system with it. Like, why would I change it up? It already works. It's worked in the previous times. It's just going to continue doing it. So I think they're just going to keep that base based on that. And they're not very... a lot of the Call of Duty gamers aren't, like, diehard gamers. They're just the casual, let me shoot them up real fast type of people. So, like, if someone's like, oh, the DLC is only coming out a month after it comes out on PS4, they're like, oh, shit, well, that sucks. Oh, well. I can still play. The only reason why I'm playing is because I want to shoot people in the head. Like that's why I'm playing.
Okay, well I got one more thought to go with this, and then we can wrap this little discussion topic up. At the PlayStation Experience, they talked about Call of Duty World League and how it was going to be basically tied in with PlayStation. So. What do you think Activision's thinking right now about the future of Call of Duty World League? You know, making it a big to-do on the PlayStation consoles. Like,
hold on, what is the World League? I didn't even hear that.
Oh, this is their new like esports Call of Duty thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If all your players are over on the other side, like, what good is it, like, you know, making PlayStation the home of World League?
I think they'll switch it up. But they're probably like, well, fuck.
I don't directly remember them saying it was exclusive, but I swear I remember them saying the home of World League will be the PlayStation 4. So, I don't know. That's going to be really interesting if it doesn't sell good on. Now, see, I don't know what the final sales figures are. All we know is that it won. Like, did it win by like 1,000 copies? Because that's not a big deal. You know, it is because there's more PS4s than Xbox Ones out there. But if it's close, then it's not so bad. But if the PlayStation brand got crushed in sales, then World League's going to have problems because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. Let's see. I'll do some more research into that too, because I want to make sure it's not a cross-platform game. Or like, yeah, I shouldn't say game, but cross-platform venture.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So before we get into our Christmas topic, I'll just see what you guys have been up to. So, Chris, why don't you start us off? What have you been up to this week?
Oh, man. So...
I know you had one of them brutal 2-day work weeks, man, so...
It was rough. So rough, man. No,
I'll tell you, man. I had a 1-day work week, and they are just the worst, man.
dude,
It's
I don't
like,
even know how you did it. Like, I would have just like, screwed it. I need the 2 days. But I guess it makes sense for personal things that you got to get done. But shit, dude, coming back for 1 day is
I
the
don't like to be away from work that long. It would have been like 13 days without work. That would have been too many days.
Are you joking? That's like the perfect amount, and you got paid. Oh,
Yeah.
man. But yeah,
You're talking to a guy who has trouble sitting still. So like, I got to go to work. I got to stay in my rhythm. You know.
think how much you would have accomplished, man. Gaming wise, probably would have come back to work confused as shit, like computers.
Nah, because, you know, I got this big Christmas party I'm hosting, so I probably would have just done stuff around the house.
Ah, but
So you see, no loss.
no loss. Yeah, so no, so after the Force Awakens, I was on like a Star Wars kick, and so I played Battlefront 2, reinstalled Swolder, and yeah, I didn't play those much, and I realized it wasn't Star Wars; it was just space. So then I started playing Mass Effect, and I've been playing that all week.
A little space opera for you.
Yeah, game's great. Found out some
And
things
you've
that
been
I didn't
listening to
know
Ziggy
about.
Stardust and.
Nope, definitely not. But yeah, no. Then I realized there's a lot of stuff that I missed the first time I played through because I think maybe 20 hours on Xbox when it first came out, which means I didn't cover a lot of the extra side quests.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I had no idea there was like a second specialization. I was like, oh shit, what?
Chris, just here, hand me your gamer card, sir.
Dude, I told you, man, casual. Like I don't.
Actually, I can't believe you got through the game.
Yeah.
Without realizing that, man.
It's what happens, man. If you just play all the way through and you're like, oh, this is tough, and then just beat it. Like, just, I don't know. I didn't really need it, but now that I got it, I'm like, oh man, it's like God mode.
Yeah. Well, you know, what's funny is that I always loved Mass Effect, the first one, because I got it like 10 days early.
Okay.
And the best part about it was the first night I was playing it, I had nothing to do, so I was just like marathoning it. And I kept getting messages. How'd you get this game? How do you have this? Like all these people on my friends list are like, you know, getting on me. So, you know, I'm all, Kmart put it out early. You know, go get it. You know. So
Completely
that was
illegal.
cool. Yeah.
That's hilarious, though, man. Surprised Kmart was still able to sell games after that. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Hitting Kmart's like hitting a child. Like okay, tough guy. Like so, you know.
Yeah.
You know, GameStop does it. You know, the whole fucking world ends. But you know.
Pretty much. So I remember working electronics at Target, and we'd get all the games beforehand, and you're just staring at it like, man, I could just go take this home.
Yeah. That's like if Walmart does it. It's just like, well, we just try to, you know, congratulate them for all the ones they don't mess up. Like the bar from Walmart is just like so low now. Like it's just like if you do anything mediocre, we're just applauding. Like.
Yep.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with your week.
Yeah, that was pretty much it though. Mass Effect. I bought Besiege last night and wasted like 3 hours. It's not really wasted. That game is really fun. And then
the Steam Winter Sale started, didn't it?
Yep.
Chris,
best time of the year.
No, worst time of the year. You buy a bunch of games you're never going to play.
So far,
but
all right,
I might play them.
So far,
yeah.
I've got Besiege, I got Undertale, I got Space Engineers, and then I got Final Fantasy 7 and 8. I will play all of those at some point. All right, at some point.
Oh man.
These aren't games where it's like, oh, I've always wanted this, and then it just sits there. Like I bought Bully. You know the Rockstar game?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be fun. And I never installed it. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's not good, Chris.
Just saying.
They got you.
It's like $5.
Rockstar just bullied you for $5 then.
Nah.
They're like, give me your $5. And
Eventually
you're
I'll
like,
get there.
take it. I got
Eventually.
nothing from you.
Eventually I'll get there.
Yeah, I learned that trap with Steam sales, and I stay away now. I don't even care. I'm like, why? I already have what I want to play. I don't need anything else. I don't care if it's a good deal. I'm not going to play it.
I thought Steam was like a game where you just have to like fill up your game library.
Oh, yeah, it's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
And so if you get it all, and then you're like top Steam player, you know?
I don't think it works like that, Chris.
Doesn't? Oh.
No. Sorry to say, sir.
Thought there was like achievements or something.
Oh, yeah, they do have those Steam achievements. It's like, you spend way too much money.
It's like I go out to a bar maybe, I'm like, yeah, I've got like, 100 games on the Steam account. That should be good, right?
Yeah, the girls love it, dude.
That's what I thought.
Rock that one. And then when you're done, give them a detailed analysis of how crafting works in Fallout 4. They will just, they'll be so wet, man.
I think that's how you do it. That's how you win at life. There it is.
Yeah. And if that's not enough to get them home, try to explain the plot of Metal Gear Solid 5 fans.
Without confusing yourself.
The fans should take themselves off at that point.
All right, so there's this guy. Oh wait, hold on. No, not that guy. There's a different guy.
They have the same voice though.
They look alike, so that's where the
there's one
confusing
voice
part
actor.
Yeah, and
It's
then you
like
destroy.
Morrowind all over again.
Then you destroy this thing, and then somehow it appears again. It's like, yeah, that's it. You got it.
There's a fire whale.
Oh yeah, can't forget about that. Can't forget about that fire whale. That was the moment I was like, well, I'm going for a good ride now.
Yeah.
There's definitely a beluga in the air on fire. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So Matt, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I have had to endure the whole 0 workday week.
Ah, boy.
Dude, how did you survive?
I don't know. There was a lot of sleeping.
Yeah. He woke up at 12 o'clock Pacific time.
Let's see. What have I been doing? A lot of Netflix. Mech Warrior. Been playing a lot of Mech Warrior. I haven't touched Fallout since last week. It's depressing.
I'm glad you said a lot of Mech Warrior.
I may or may not have recorded like 120 gigabytes worth of video already this week.
Jesus. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a good game. So much customization, so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like you build your robot, and each game is like a trial run of your robot. You're like, nope, don't like that part. Switch it up.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I've pretty much perfected my little sniper commando. I think I've got it about as good as it's going to get.
Awesome. I gotta get back on that.
Oh, man.
They actually have a thing going on right now where if you're earning 150 points per match, you have a chance to win prizes.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. And you can win like holiday-themed stuff. It's actually
Chris has to go buy another game on the Steam holiday sale now.
Free to play, sir.
Yeah.
Free to play.
Sorry, I don't know about your Mechs Warriors. Is
It's
it
like
anything like Steel Battalion?
No, you don't need a whole room just for that game. So it's
well, who the fuck wants to play that then?
I believe there is an eject button though.
Oh, there is an eject button.
Yeah, I've never used it. I just blow up.
Yeah, I mean, you eject and then what? It's not like you can run around like Titanfall.
Oh man,
I going down with my mech, man.
there's only one game in the world still for me right now, and that's that Fallout 4. So, you know. Yeah. You got anything else, Matt? I'm sorry, I was like ready to jump into some Fallout 4 shit, but
I think that's about it.
okay. So remember last week, 2 weeks ago, we had the Reddit post by Minus Raw and the Idiot Savant. You remember that?
Yep.
And then last week we had the update on the Reddit post. You remember that?
From what you were saying, you didn't like it too much.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
now I have an update on the update of the Reddit post by Minus Raw. Because, and Chris, you already heard this story, but Matt, you might find this enlightening.
All right.
So here I am out on Spectacle Island, and there's this little circuit breaker on a boat. So, I flip it, turn it on. As soon as I turn it on, every Mirelurk in the world decides to show up, including a Mirelurk queen. So, I unload a shit ton of ammo into this, monstrosity, and I kill her, and the Idiot Savant perk pops. And I get somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,400 experience for killing her.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that made it worth it right there. That was it. That was the one thing I needed it to do. Yeah. So, the perk is really good if it pops at the right time, man. It's a matter of getting it to happen. And saying that, I still didn't level up. Because I had just leveled up like right before that, so it pretty much filled 90% of my bar. So,
All right.
yeah, but it was pretty awesome. Yeah, I was really surprised by that. Let's see what else. I got all 20 bobbleheads. So, talking about gotta catch them all. There we go. I got all my 5 giant enemies taken care of. That was good. It's funny when taking them out with my sniper rifle is more fun than taking them out with a fat man. So, there's also like a cool spot where you can find a super mutant behemoth fighting death claws at this like power station on the western side of the map. It's like the west central area. It's like a secondary location. It's just like this. You see like the big like electrical tower, and then it's like all fenced in. There's a building down there. But yeah, there's like a war going on with death claws and super mutants.
Huh.
So
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
that was pretty cool to walk into. I ran into a problem. This little glitch, right? Matt, how far have you gotten in the story of the game?
Oh, man.
Did you
me
build a
think back.
teleporter?
No, I have not built the teleporter yet.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you something about the game that's kind of a spoiler, but not really a spoiler. So spoilers, kind of. When you go to build the teleporter, right, whoever you go to build it with, I think, gives you a thing called a network scanner. And they want you to scan an institute computer with it and get, like, data off it, So Sturgis gave it to me since I built the teleporter with him. But everybody wants it. So what I did was gave it to the railroad, and it unlocked a quest. Right? Then I gave it to Proctor Ingram with the Brotherhood. So I gave it to her. But I was also in the middle of a quest with her, and it caused some kind of glitch because I was supposed to talk to her to advance the quest I was on. But every time I would walk up to her, I'd be like, hey, I need that network scanner back, immediately. Like, it wasn't like press X and it happens. It was like as soon as I got, like, within a 3-foot radius of her, I started talking to her. And there's, like, dialogue options, and I would pick them. And she would be like, oh, well, here you go. Here's your original back. I made a copy. But she wouldn't actually give it to me. She would just say she gave it to me. So this line of dialogue I got stuck in, and I couldn't talk to her to move my quest along. Also, I'm kind of weird, and I wanted to take that same network scanner and also give it back to Sturgis so the Minutemen would have it too. Just give the Institute's info to everybody, like, to hell with it, And so what I ended up having to do was I was like, all right, I'll pop a stealth boy, I'll sneak up on her, I'll steal it off her, and then I can give it to Sturgis, I can clear that and continue my Brotherhood quest. Anyway, I pop the stealth boy. As soon as I start walking up to her, creeping on her, hey, I need that network scanner back. Like, God damn it! I just give me the damn thing, right? So I was like, you know what? fuck it. I'm just stealing it off her. I don't care that she knows I'm right here. So I go into her inventory, I take it, nothing happens. I was like, oh, cool. She doesn't care, you know. So then I got up and I was like, all right, well, let's see if I can advance that quest. And I talked to her. I advanced the quest. It was good. Gave the thing to Sturgis. Got credit for finishing that quest with him. You know, all good. So yeah, man, I'm a giver. You know.
So
You get some institute info. You get some institute info.
how does that? The Institute doesn't even know you have the network scanner.
No, I don't think they do. Maybe it comes up later, but I don't. Nothing has happened at this point to indicate they know.
And they're like, "Fuck you, man. Fuck you."
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to make a joke, but I can't because Matt doesn't know about that yet. So I'll move on to my next thing. I got the Benevolent Leader Trophy. And my God, is it the worst, boringest trophy ever.
What's the perk?
The trophy is
the trophy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's for maximum happiness in a large settlement.
Ah, yeah, you told me about that.
Yes, I found a great Reddit post by user Lembidu36. Thank you, sir. It was so useful. It gives you tips on how to use the Red Rocket Truck Stop. Say that a lot. And basically, it just sets you up in there so you can pretty much game the system and get it. But it still took me like over 10 hours. You know, I just left the game running while I was doing other stuff, but it was so annoying. Although, it gave me ample time to read this really great investment book, you know.
Hey, wait a minute. I have that book.
Yeah.
How many copies does he have?
I don't know. Probably like 8, 20, I don't know.
Here, read this. I'm like, all right, I'll take this.
I read the whole thing while I was waiting for that damn trophy to pop, so.
Damn,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, so. Ugh. So annoying. Most annoying trophy in the world. Yeah, so got that. It's been a lot of Fallout. All I got left are quests, and then I can finally put that sumbitch down. Gotta try to get that done before Santa comes, you know? So we gotta move this show along so I can get back to some Fallout. All right.
Probably gonna play Space Engineers.
Oh.
Either that or take a nap.
Okay. Well, before you do that, let's talk a little Christmas and gaming. That's why we're doing the show this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, so Christmas and gaming, great Christmas memories. I'll start us off. My first gaming Christmas memory is the year I got the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Mm-hmm.
This was the thing I wanted that year, and I couldn't believe I actually got it. And I got the Mario and Duck Hunt bundle. So, yeah, so it was, you know, jumping pits and shooting ducks all day long. Until, because it gets better, my grandparents come by, and they got me Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!
Best game ever.
Oh, man, it was so great. I was just in heaven for like a week after that. It was just, it was the best. So, yeah, that was, I mean, I just remember thinking there was no way I was going to get it, because we never got nice shit like that. And this one year that I wanted it just happened to be the year we had some money, and bam, got it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so.
That was mine too. Mine,
what was yours?
Back-to-back years. So the first year was the NES system, obviously. And that one we got Battle Tanks, and I'm trying to remember what else. I specifically remember the Battle Tanks game because I played that over and over again. And then the next year I got Sega, got the Genesis, and that was with Sonic. And then I just played that like forever. I don't even know. I was just like, oh, this is such a fun game. Look at me and the little blue guy, you know, speeding through maps. And then
look how fast I am.
Yeah, right. And then I got it was that and Pac-Man, which I mean, Pac-Man's Pac-Man. That's like you play that game forever. There's no end to that game ever. But yeah, I had fun with that too. Yeah, those are some of the Those were some of the best times because they had them hooked up too. So we woke up and instead of having to like unwrap the box, we just woke up and walked out to the living room and it's playing the demo on the TV screen. I was like, no way! Yeah,
That's pretty cool, man.
I didn't want to open anything else. I just kind of, I just want to sit and play the game. But of course, gotta open the other gifts.
I know. Yeah, that's the downside to that. At least when I opened mine, it was like, it's got to get hooked up and all. But
Yeah,
it was like I can stare at the box. Oh.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to kick us off with, Matt?
I think the one I remember was a long time ago with the original PlayStation. I remember unwrapping that thing and I lost it. I went nuts. I think with that one I got Jet Moto and Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, the Crash Bandicoots.
Yeah.
Those are such fun games. The Mask. And Crash was a good game.
I never played any of the Crash games.
And then the racing was excellent too.
Yeah, people speak well of CTR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem for me was the PlayStation was the home of the JRPG.
Yeah.
Which meant every time I bought a game, it was like 40 to 100 hours of my life was just gone. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got a weirder one. I remember Christmas a couple years after I got my NES, I got a Sega Genesis from the chick that was cheating on her husband with my dad. So,
nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird, but it was like, cool, I get a Genesis out of this bizarro happening.
Yep.
You know? So, yeah, that was really strange, but I got a Genesis. And I remember we only had the one controller. And my little brother had taken the controller one day. It was during Christmas break. I don't remember exactly when. But he took it over to a friend's house, and they were playing two-player Genesis at his house.
Okay.
So I had no controller. And I was so pissed because I couldn't play my Genesis. So what I did was I turned it on and just watched the Sonic demo thing. Just replay. My dad got so mad at me after like a half hour that he turned it off on me. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can't play. I might as well watch. This is before YouTube. Ain't like I can watch people streaming it, you know? Yeah. That was a sad moment. Sad.
Did you restart it so you got the Sega? And then
I think it actually would do that after it ran the loop of the demo, if I remember. Because that would be where it would restart. So yeah.
If I was your dad, I would have broken the system.
Yeah, I think
after
what happened,
a certain amount of time,
I think what happened was he got sick of the fucking music. It's just the same song over and over again, you know. So.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, any of you guys got anything else?
I remember. This was a weird Christmas. I got Dragon Ball Z Budokai one year, and that was the only gift that I played, and my family just got mad. They're like, "We got you other things too. You could be doing." I'm like, "Hold on a second. I gotta save the world, man. I'm Goku right now. I can't. I gotta get all the Super Saiyans for everybody. I gotta get unlock all this stuff. I gotta go through the story. What do you mean play other stuff? No, no. I got a chess set too." A nice crystal chess set. I'm like, I'm the only one that plays chess here, so no one's actually gonna know what to do. So there's no point. Well, you could teach us. I'm like, no, why teach you guys when I can go save the world with Kamehamehas, man? Come on. I think by the end of the night, I had everything unlocked. Damn. And then I was done. I was like, all right, I'll just wait till friends come over and we can all play.
So it was like a 14-hour gift.
Yeah.
It had a half-life.
It was good times, though. I remember because I really wanted it. I kept seeing commercials for it, and I was really into Dragon Ball Z then. I was like, yeah, this is going to be nice. I think that was PlayStation 2 when it came out.
Yeah, I think that would be about right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, those are some good times.
You got another one?
I do have another one.
Okay.
So this is, I don't know, 5th or 6th grade, I think. I was really into RuneScape. And they were doing their holiday little gift-giving thing where they would drop Santa hats on the ground and you had to go pick them up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, every time I would see one on the ground, someone else would beat me to it. So I remember just getting absolutely furious. And finally, I got up, went out to the kitchen, grabbed something to drink, and went back to the computer. And there it was, laying on the ground in front of me. So I ran over there and I picked it up, and about 5 minutes later died and lost it again.
I forgot they did that in RuneScape, where if you died, all your shit just dropped where you were. And you started again with nothing.
Yeah.
Man. Just sounds like a chick who's got you on the hook, you know.
Pretty much.
Oh, soon. We'll do stuff soon. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, I remember. Geez, this is getting a little later on here, but I remember one Christmas my brother-in-law gets the original PlayStation, and he gets Final Fantasy Tactics, Cool Borders, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And that was a big turning point for me as a gamer because I had been kind of resistant to the whole PlayStation thing up to that point. And as soon as I actually got one, like, at a place where I was all the time and could consistently play it, it was over. I was just like, Final Fantasy Tactics, this is just amazing. And then like Symphony of the Night, and I was like, this is fucking amazeballs. And I was like, fuck, the N64 is lame. Like, I was like, it can't compete. Like, this is too good. And that was kind of when I started kind of changing the way I thought about things as a gamer. Because up until then, it was like Nintendo.
Yep.
That's going to be real fun on the podcast version
Long, man. Yeah, my cousin got a Nintendo 64 from her dad, right? I think by that time I opened all my gifts, and she opened that last. And I remember like being more excited about it than she was. I was like, oh yeah! And he got her like Mario Party, Super Mario 64, Beetle Adventure Racing, Banjo-Kazooie. There's a few. Oh, Star Fox 64, Bomberman 64, Quest 64. Top game.
Well, every week on this fucking show, we talk about Quest 64. What the hell is happening?
Oh,
Nobody has talked this much about Quest 64 ever.
It's such a great game, guys. If you haven't played it, I recommend it.
A seminal role-playing game.
Completely changed
open world
gaming culture.
Multiple endings. Branching conversation dialogues. Like,
hold on a second. Was there even a conversation in that game?
I think you had to buy bread or something. I don't know.
That's about right. I think bread.
Where's that masochist Drew? He probably remembers the fucking game.
I think bread was an actual thing you had to buy.
I do remember bread, yeah. And I was like, this pudgy little bastard needs to go on a diet. Like, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just waiting. Just like, can you hook it up? Like, it's not my system. I don't want to open her box, but I'm like, can you hook it up? We can play like Mario Party.
So you should have done it the other way. Like, hey, let me hook that up for you. Great, I got it. Just start ripping it open.
Everyone was like watching me because I was like, we can hook it up. I'm like, Chris, that's her system. I'm like, I understand. All right, we live in the same house, but can we open the box and play the game? Like, it's sitting right there. It's collecting dust now. All right, it's been like 15 minutes. Let's.
Chris is like tapping his wrist. Like, come
on. When is this happening? All right, let's do this. Yeah, and they wouldn't let me play it without her because apparently I was too good at games, and so they wanted her to practice so she could actually be better than I was. And I was like, she's gonna play against the computer. She's not gonna get better than me. She's got to play me to get better than me. I'm sorry that I played games.
That's funny. You wouldn't teach anyone how to play chess, but you teach them how to play like Mario Party and Beetle Adventure Racing.
That's because I'm whooping their ass, and I don't have to explain the controls because the game explains the controls. So it's really just me beating everyone's ass. Like that's how it works.
Did it really? That seems like it was before the era of absurd tutorials.
Well, they tell you how to drive, but that's about it. Like the games that we'd play would be like Beto Adventure Racing. They'd be like, all right,
Cruising USA.
Cruising USA was another one. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Cruising Road was the one that she
Okay.
got. Yeah, that one was fun. But like, I would be better than her at the game, not because she ended up beating me. Like it was back and forth a lot of the times, but like you got to play against someone to get better. Like no one's going to want to learn how to play chess. Like that's too much of a calculation. Like all right, so that's a pawn. All right, and these guys move one space, but two. No, like no one wants to hear that. There's not many people that really care to learn that. But yeah, Mario Party had the tutorials before every game, so every match.
Yeah, I always like that at the little practice round in there.
But yeah, man, that was exciting for me, and it wasn't even my system. Oh, Perfect Dark was the other one she had. And she got a lot of games, yeah. In Perfect Dark, she could actually learn how to play, but until she learned, I was screen peeking the whole time. Like, you didn't even know what you're doing. Yeah. The good old days of screen peeking.
Okay, you got any others, Matt?
Let's see here. Oh, did you know that apparently Fallout 4 has a feature around Christmas?
What's that?
Diamond City apparently gets full of Christmas lights.
Is that it?
I think so. That's all I've heard.
Can I steal them? Put them up in my settlement?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Christmas for me, like, those are it. Until I got older and was able to start, providing my own Christmas gifts, like Steam Winter Sale.
Yeah, there you go. Keep complaining to me about how broke you are, Chris.
Yeah. Man, it's only like $5.
When you buy 50 of them, that's a lot.
Well, I've never bought that many. I think I got enough now. Like, there's not much that I've been looking at that I want, but these games have been sitting on my wish list for a while. Just watching the prices. You see a game like in January or February, and you're like, you know what? I don't need it. I'll wait until like one of the sales pops up. That's what the end of the year Steam Winter Sale is about. 50% off on like everything.
Okay, here, I'm going to give you a good one, man. I remember this Christmas memory. One year, I got not one, but 2 N64s for Christmas.
Whoa!
Yeah.
How did your mind handle that?
Pretty good, because I got one right around Thanksgiving and the other for Christmas.
Oh,
So,
man.
My buddy bought me one.
Okay.
He knew somebody who was selling his, and he bought it, and then he get off of that guy, and then he gave it to me. And he gave it to me around Thanksgiving. And my wife lost her shit because she's like, "Where'd you get that? Was it that?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, you got me an N64 for Christmas. Cool." And she was all bitter. I was like, "Nah, this is awesome." I was like, "Because I keep one in my place and one in your place. I'm good. I don't gotta like load shit back and forth. This is so perfect,
Yep.
Yeah. So that was weird, Yeah, I can't think of any other Christmas I got 2 of the same console for Christmas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mine would have been just like fried. Like, what? What do I do?
And it was perfect too, because it was '98. It was the year Ocarina of Time was coming out.
Oh man.
So like it was just in time. I was so happy. Yeah. Yeah. Either you guys got another one?
I think I'm Christmased out.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
All right. Well, I got one more, and this one was like the epic one, the like end all Christmas ones, and it was the Christmas of '99. I got the Dreamcast
Oh.
with Sonic Adventure, House of the Dead 2,
Ooh.
Ready to Rumble Boxing,
Ooh.
Soul Calibur,
Damn.
and NFL 2K.
Damn.
And the fighting stick for Soul Calibur.
Damn, dude.
That was a haul. Yeah, that was the best. I was just like, this doesn't get any better. Like, all these games to play, and oh man, that was so much fun. And like, that was the jump. Because I think people forget that, like, we were playing N64 and PlayStation 1 games, which looked like fucking turds, you know? Like, no offense, the technology wasn't there for 3D, really, you know? And then Dreamcast came out, it was like, holy shit. Like, this looks as good as arcade games. Like, remember when we used to say that?
Yeah, that's what I called it. I called it like an in-home arcade system. It was a little
Yeah, like, that was when arcade units were better than home consoles, you
Yep.
know? So, I mean, that was mind-blowing shit right there.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get Crazy Taxi?
That wasn't out yet.
Oh, okay.
I think that came out in January.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a hella good Christmas right there.
Damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of it for me. I mean, after that, it all turns into being dad and my kids' Christmases, you know, and getting them shit.
Getting them stuff that you claim is theirs, but it's actually yours.
Nah, my kids don't really share the same taste as me in games, except my son. So really, it's usually like, you know, Animal Crossings and, you know, Hey You Pikachu's and Mario Karts and stuff I'm not really all that into.
Hey You P. Oh, that's the one with the mic.
Yeah.
I never played that. It never looked interesting. Like, I liked Pokemon, but that just looked like...
It really wasn't.
It was like, it
was no Project Seaman, let's put it that way.
What?
What?
I always have to educate you on Project Seaman.
What?
I don't know if I want to be educated.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a good thing, man.
Oh, it's great, man. It was an awesome Dreamcast game. It came with the microphone. You talked to your fish that had human heads. It was, oh, man.
You sure it was a microphone?
It was a microphone. I checked. I smelled it. I licked it.
Oh, man. Did they really call it Project Seaman?
Oh, yes, they did.
Dude, they put that game out as a joke. There's no way.
Was it at least like a bad Japanese-English translation, or?
No, I don't think it was. Here we go.
I mean, looking at it, it's probably Seaman, obviously. But
Okay, so you guys getting the share feed here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is terrifying.
Yeah. And then these were your fish with human heads that would talk to you.
Oh, dude, what?
Yeah.
What kind of pothead game is that?
It was weird, man. It was really weird. And Leonard Nimoy did the voiceover. So, like, yeah. So every time you turned it on, he would give you like an update of what's going on in your fish tank.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to do all this crazy shit, like adjust the heat and feed them and talk to them, and they would start learning language and they'd start asking you questions. It was so weird.
Sounds kind of cool.
Oh, it was. It was really cool. It was really weird too. Yeah, look up some YouTube videos if anybody's put that stuff out there.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's better seen than shown. Like, you know, yeah.
Wait, that's the same thing.
No, seeing it moving in action is better than seeing it in still.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, right?
What just happened?
Is Jim having a stroke? What's happening over there?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Project Seaman. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know though. Christmas and gaming, man, that's always kind of been like, I don't know. I guess it's because like gaming's hot season is the holiday shopping season, so it's always been something special to me in that sense, you know.
I know I always wanted like certain games, but like once I didn't get them, it wasn't a big deal because they always topped it with something else, which was nice. So it wasn't like I would be wishing for a game, didn't get the game, and it'll just be like socks. It was like I'd be wishing for a game, and then they'll top it off with like maybe a cell phone or something. Like, yeah, all right,
Man,
I'm down with this.
I really wanted Call of Duty 2, and I got Dora Puppy.
Fuck that pup. You're just gonna remember it forever as the one that ruined your Christmas.
I got Mavis Beacon piping in a dead because they want me to be more productive. It's an educational game about typing to kill zombies.
Oh man.
Oh. Yeah. No, I don't know though. Christmas gaming, the good times. I'm hoping Santa does his thing and makes it another good year.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, me and Santa, we like this, man.
Yeah.
He owes me a few favors. I hooked him up with some girls not that long ago. You know.
Oh, all right. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's like that. That's why I'm a bad Santa.
Ah.
All right, enough stupid jokes. So, anything else you guys want to say before we wrap this one up?
No,
I'm good.
I think I'm good, man.
Okay. Yeah, Christmas and gaming, man. Good stuff. I hope everybody gets some cool gamer shit this year, you know? And maybe somebody will get Project Seaman. You never know.
That name might be something completely different.
Yeah, I don't know if that game gets made with that name today. You know,
No.
correct police, they is everywhere.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right, guys.
Banned in multiple countries.
All right, this is just falling apart at the seams here. We're getting out of here. You can find us on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, all those podcast services. Search Collective Gamescast. You can find our website, collectivegc.com. Podcast is hosted there as well. If you want to be on the show, email us, collectivegamescast@gmail.com. We're reading it. You want to hit us up on Twitter, it's @thecollectivegc. You can hit me up on Twitter, @themalgadar, MALGADAR. Chris is @ChrisBCGC. Matt is antisocial, but I'll say thanks to him anyway for hanging out with us. Until next time, guys, happy holidays, and we are The Collective.